Alright. We're just investigating. That's what we're doing. What feels strange? This feels strange? Concrete pipe buried in the sand and dust. Okay. Ooh. Change. So I was looking online and I have conflicting... Ooh. Composure and shiver. Should I put that on? I have conflicting information on whether or not this is the end of the game. Or if this just triggers the end of the game. Oh! We were looking for this. Shivers talked about it. Shivers said there was one in a drain pipe. I'll put that on. And I'm gonna put this hat on. Because I feel like it. These don't look like snow pants. I got the flam pants on. Those are warm. There. That's what I'm going with. I don't know.
This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head, and your mind tingles with all manner of socio-economic theory.
I thought I tried this hat on earlier, but apparently I didn't. It's a... Oh god. A... Yashanka? Pat the Hat?
Kraz Mazov would have worn this Yashenka. Mazov knew where to cook those thoughts. That's why it bears a Mazovian logo. Glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you like it or not, wearing this hat has made you more communist.
I should definitely, my next playthrough, I should just go on full on I am Kraz Mazov. So just putting it on made me more confident. I'm carrying the sword. I don't know if I ran out.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed.
Oh god.
Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears or don't cover them. He's already got them. Cover your ears.
Nobody.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience.
I don't like this.
Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You're under arrest. What's happening to me? Are you gonna kill me too? Kim, help, my brain's on fire. The lieutenant clutches his head as his eyes roll back into his skull.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
A what? Oh, a pail. Okay.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Oh. Do we look at Kim or keep our eyes on Ruby? Kim.
Right behind you, officer.
The lieutenant is doubled over, eyes closed. He's still alive and breathing.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
How'd you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods toward her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Oh, I'm really curious what would have happened if I'd actually been stealthy during this section. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
4454482.
Have you experienced this?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is great and all, but can we talk about the man who was killed?
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Can you please just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal on mattress.
The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you... Okay. That'll be it for questions. Okay, alright, so ask questions first. How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out. By the way, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
She smiles a little. Are you preparing for the worst? You're desperate, aren't you?
I was, before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
I have to blame it on Clausia. And I don't, I'll say when I threatened to arrest her, I guess. Because I literally don't remember when she mentioned it's been too long ago.
Oh. Well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
First guess was entirely off. Your own boys told us you were on the coast. Titus told me it took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass.
It did.
And those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
They...
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I open them up. I do it by asking questions. I have some for you. I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here. Can you please explain this shit to me? I have some questions for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
She adjusts her grip on her gun.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Would you say Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Nothing personal you had against him? Perhaps his way with women?
You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me. And definitely not a reason to off someone.
Do you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
Okay, no sympathy for mercs. It's hard work.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
Do you have an alibi for when Lely was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for. They said you left to take a really long leak. 15 minutes? There was half an hour missing. I don't think it was half an hour. It was either 10 or 15, I thought. I'm gonna say 10.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
No one takes 15-minute leak.
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
There was a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
She frowned, studying your face.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
You liked Clausia a lot?
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
Are you a girl like her? Are you serious? Oh, God.
What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse.
Is peeping one of your hobbies? I'm not sure it was her behind there.
I'm not following your clever insinuations, Detective.
There's a hole in the wall you can see into Klaus's room.
If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst case scenario, look at a naughty photo. Who has time to go skulking about the whirling, drilling holes in walls?
So you haven't been watching her?
Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room, and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize, for the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable.
Huh. But you wanted to be more than just friends.
Oh, so that's where you were going with this.
She said you wanted to run away with her.
That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Hold on, she only likes blur. Oh, God. Truly buff men, yeah, right. I want to know what her response to this is going to be. So, I'm going to say it.
She does know how to pick 'em.
Then what happened?
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
She's very chill just about all of this. Klausya said you got very angry when she started seeing Lely.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
And despite everything, you helped her by staging the lynching?
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
All right, I have other questions.
Go ahead. It's your body.
I have questions.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
You have a gun.
And
Where'd you get it?
the gun store.
The gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like the name of a real store.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
I can't quite tell what kind of gun is it. Didn't we just... Oh, maybe not.
A Nachtway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
No.
That isn't it.
Do you collect guns? Maybe old rifles?
No, they're not practical. Break too often.
All right, there's other evidence I want to go over.
Yeah, evidence.
You like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Klausya's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
I'm sure that's the only reason you hang on the roof.
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Klausya.
So great about the antenna.
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Come in.
It seems like a ridiculous question. You're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
You're running drugs for the Union.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
A bitter smile.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
You had financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter. Oh, yay, but you're threatening us with it. Sure, because I don't want to tell her I wish I could use my gun right now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
Where are you getting this from?
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Why? Take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Okay, nudged it during drugs talk. Okay, alright, that's good. I do want to ask questions, even if I could possibly pass this. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Clausia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Clausia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Clausia said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Clausia said you seemed to have a plan prepared when you got there. She found it weird when you came up with a plan so quickly.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
It was her idea.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boys.
Clausia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
It's bad that she'd be so calm. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Ellie herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
The lieutenant forces himself to finish the sentence.
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
Oh my god.
That strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
Are you serious? What are you talking about?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Is this for real, or is this just about our conversation with the lorry driver? Oh god.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who is everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
Are you serious right now?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
I've heard of this guy. He's dangerous, right? Do I only pick one of these? Do you know my real name? I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
Oh shit, do I have my tie on right now?
Did someone mention a fucked up tie? I call bullshit! You're too crazy to be corrupt!
Oh god.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
This guy's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat?
It's a real
I'm
question.
guessing both.
It's a real question. It's a real question.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Was there anyone with me when I came into town?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Who the heck was in the squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
Are 2 of them the ones in the whirling?
That sound about right?
She narrows her eyes.
No idea who these people are, literally. Satellite Officer Vidmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We could either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. I think they're in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here! Please delete!
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Destroy the machine. Don't attempt to destroy it. Frick. I don't think asking her about the bunker next door is important. Oh, God. Alright. tool equipped. What tool do I have equipped that's helpful? I don't know. Destroy the machine. Did I do it? I think I did it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I did it. She's just standing there. Did I die?
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
Cam, you okay?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
No. I know what she's doing. You don't have to do this.
Problem solving.
No.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problem.
No, it's not.
You are...
Oh, yes, it is.
No. Fudge it. I will reload this save if I fail this.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
You have options.
You know.
Put your hands up, just walk away. Can I still talk her out of it? Yeah, walk away. It's cool.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She pulls the gun out of her mouth, eyes still fixed on you, then turns her gaze to the tunnel behind you.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Thank you, Cam. I appreciate that. The lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. I did my best.
I would have done the same.
Oh, good.
Had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
He points to the back of the cavern. How we live! Thank you, autosave. Cooking utensils. She's prepared herself porridge with bananas. That sounds pretty good, actually. Dark water trails in the distance. There's no way out. Ooh, what is this? Health! Woohoo! I needed that.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out.
Look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Shine your flashlight on the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder, sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Take the notebook.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Okay, Kim. Immediately. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and a brand name Schneller embossed on the back seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
What about the diagrams?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
No, I completely disagree. I would never kill people for a mob boss.
The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Read the March 12th entry.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
The lieutenant taps on the page.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting? He thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If we didn't do it, maybe it's good we didn't catch her.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
He frowns.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He looks you straight in the eye for a moment, then sighs.
His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
Well, who do you think killed the merc?
Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or...
He stops to think. No one heard the shot.
Maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Definitely. All right. Are you... Call your station to find out more if you dare. Oh, great. Someone there has something to answer to. Okay, I was wondering if they were going to give me more specifics.
Cleaning out the rooms. What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep? Keep almost none of it. Only the flowers on the windowsill. Only the distant sound of a radio. Lose all the actors, the dark shadows. Leave only the still lifes, the blissful distant wash of waves. If everybody knew, you never did. She'll be coming soon. That is all.
Oh, +1 suggestion, +1 Inland Empire, +1 rhetoric. I like. Cool, I like that one. Now, what was one that I was like, hey, I think I should get rid of this? Ooh, logic cap raised to 4. -1. Difficulty to all physique passives. I think I decided that one wasn't super necessary. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna lose spirit decor, but that's cool. Add that one. Okay, alright, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Ratan! Now is the time!
Time for what?
Oh, you will see.
Feels like the tie is rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in heat.
First the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the bottle and uncork it! It is time to unleash the other world!
But Ruby's gone. I don't think there's anything to celebrate here.
Hush, hush, Ratan. Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to get ready! Trust me on this! This is what it's all been building towards! It's gonna be off the hook! Off all hooks!
I'm done with this crazy talking. Do I trust the tie? Do I trust the tie? Oh god. Oh god.
The bottle opens with a silent, mysterious hiss. The fumes rising from its mouth are as crisp as the northern winds, howling somewhere, lashing the boardwalk with brine and rain. An ancient warmth crawls under your skin.
Now, Ratan, take me off!
I didn't know I could do that.
Ratan! Have I ever lied to you? Just take me off!
The necktie tugs encouragingly at your neck, okay?
Your fingers manage to undo the oily knot, and the necktie slides off. It looks so frail sitting there in your hand, weighing almost nothing.
Now what?
Now, put me in the bottle!
But why?
Trust me! Just trust me! You and I are gonna have so much fun it should be illegal!
I suspect it might be.
Just put me in the bottle, Breton! I'm not gonna let you down! You and I are like the same person!
Put the tie in the bottle.
As the necktie slides into the purifying liquid, large stains of grease rise off from it and float to the surface. There, they quickly dissolve and disappear completely, cleansed by the blue spirit fire of 98.7% pure alcohol. The fabric looks almost new again, no longer like a disgusting worm of the lower intestine, but like a colorful and deadly poisonous reef snake of the Insulindian Ocean.
Okay, what now?
The necktie floats in the bluish liquid with almost unearthly grace.
Necktie?
There is silence.
Cork the bottle and put it away?
The lieutenant has been observing you quietly all this time.
Wait.
He's struggling to keep silent, but finally seems to give up.
I made a what?
I've got to ask, what are you doing?
I don't really know. In my family, you put a piece of clothing in some hard liquor and drink it for good luck. I don't want to tell anyone, but my necktie's been talking to me lately.
Of course it has.
He doesn't even look too surprised. It started when I woke up in the whirling rags. It's been talking to me ever since.
And what has the necktie been telling you, if I may ask?
Mostly urges me to party harder. It teaches me about life, Kim. It mostly urges me to party harder.
Wonderful. Very useful.
He doesn't actually believe it's wonderful.
Thanks, I got that.
Okay, so why did you put it in the bottle?
Because it told me to.
Right, okay. Anyway, I'm glad you told me your necktie has been speaking to you. That must not have been easy.
For a second, it looks like he's about to add something.
We're all under stress. This is turning into a great big mess. I'm not judging. Just keep it together.
Let's go.
Oh, he turns away, his gaze fixed on the road ahead. Oh, thanks, Kim. Why do I have... What did I make? Oh, it's like a Molotov? I'm gonna need this? Should I equip this? He said the time was now, and I am concerned. I don't know what's going on. Save the game, please. Just save it. It's cool.